So, evening. I'm Pam Rigdon, and I am here to talk to you about what I see as being the biggest problem in the coaching industry. Underpinning coaching is this idea that we should meet people where they are at. It's what we're told to do. In ICF speak, it's called cultivates trust and safety, or core competency number 4. So, my question is this: exactly how many people are coach training providers meeting when they are charging £5,000, £10,000 and upwards for training? Well, the answer to that is not many, because actually, who can comfortably afford to part with that kind of money, especially in the current climate? Well, people earning 200,000 maybe have a spare 10 sitting there. People who are working at the executive level in a corporate environment. And then who do you think these new coaches go on to work with? Well, yeah, more executives. That's right. Because only executives can afford their hourly rate. Now, I'm not knocking high ticket. It's nice work charging 250, 300 and upwards per hour if you can get it. And I can get it now after many years, 23 to be precise. So this isn't about that. It's bigger than my earning potential. What I'm concerned about is really who's being left behind, who's excluded here. I'm talking about the manager of your mum and dad's care home, who needs coaching skills to manage their staff team. I'm talking about youth workers, if there are any left, who would be better able to support our young people if they were equipped with coaching skills. I'm talking about the manager of your local charity shop, who really needs coaching skills to manage a team of volunteers. And I'm talking about job coaches who actually want to be able to coach their clients. I'm talking about people who are earning 25, 35, even 45k a year, who do not have a spare 4 to 5 minimum to spend on coach training. People waking up at 3 a.m. thinking about how they're going to pay their mortgage when their fixed rate ends, not how they're going to earn 6 or 7 figures. People who frankly work so bloody hard for what they have and who need and deserve the best training, but can't afford it. So, why is this personal? Bottom line, I was only able to afford my coach training back in 2001. Oh my gosh, 25 years since I actually started. Because sadly, my Uncle Alf passed away and left me an inheritance. Unexpected. And actually, he left it to my dad, who passed it on to me and my siblings. He'd been a Barclays bank manager for 60 years, all of his life in Canterbury, his working life. He was married to my aunt, who was in those days described as independently wealthy, and they had no children. So when he passed away, his wealth went to my dad and his sister. And my dad, as I say, passed it on to myself and my three siblings. So very suddenly, I had the money to invest in my training. And I did NLP practitioner, a master practitioner with ITS in London, and NLP coach. I then went on to do my trainer's training, NLP trainer's training with Dr. Susie Strang up in Northeast Yorkshire, or down actually, because I'm in Scotland. And then a second master practitioner and lots of other bits and pieces. That little lot cost me around 25 to 30,000 pounds in total. And if I hadn't inherited that money, I could not have done those trainings. I was a single parent working as a personal trainer, charging 30, 40 pounds an hour part-time. So if I hadn't inherited it, my life would have been completely different. I wouldn't have spent the subsequent years presenting internationally, because at that time I developed NLP for fitness professionals. I wouldn't be Pam Rigdon, founder of Coaches for Good. Well, I'd still be Pam Rigdon, but I wouldn't be sitting here now having run NLP for fitness professionals, NLP for coaches, and now as founder of Coaches for Good. It was unexpected, something that I had no control over, hadn't planned for. And I don't want anyone else to be in that position, needing an inheritance in order to afford their coach training or a loan or a second mortgage. So the solution is Coaches for Good. We're currently running our pilot version of our level 1 coach training, which is the pathway that leads to the ICF ACC credential. And as of the new year, the pilot program costs £1,250. And that includes everything. 64 hours of training in total, and that training includes everything you need. Your mentor coaching, which quite often would cost 1,600 on its own. 10 hours, 7 hours of group, 3 hours of individual. It includes your live performance evaluation, so you're not having to submit videos and transcripts to the ICF for assessment. We do the assessment in-house. It includes everything up to the point where you then need to gather 100 hours of coaching practice, and then you can apply to sit your ACC exam. That bit does incur an extra fee because it's paid directly to the ICF. Everything before that is included. So there's no hidden extras. Now compare that to 5,500 for the next cheapest ICF accredited provider. Or you could pay 12,000 with Coactive Coaching. Of course you could. But it doesn't stop there. we've included, baked something else into this. Every single one of our trainees, as part of their training, delivers 10 hours of free coaching to a charity or a CIC, somebody who's volunteering, potentially even a carer, because this is about giving back or paying it forward, however you want to look at that. It's about providing free coaching to charity staff, people who would never otherwise have access to coaching. Because it isn't just about coach training being very highly priced, it's about coaching. And this is about democratization of both training and coaching. Is this disrupting? Yes. This is disrupting the coaching education market, without a doubt. Absolutely. And frankly, the more people who get upset about it, the louder I will get, because I see all the time qualified, credentialed coaches complaining about the fact that there are so many coaches out there who aren't really coaches because they're not qualified, they're not credentialed. Did they ever stop to think that it might simply be because those people can't actually afford to get on a training? Did they even stop to think about that? Do they realize how exclusive coaching is, and therefore, by definition, not inclusive? Did they stop to think that the biggest barrier, it's not gender, race, anything else? It is cost. It's as simple as that. It is cost. And that really annoys me. I've had comments on my LinkedIn post basically saying, well, we had to find the money, so why shouldn't everybody? Oh my God. Anyway, don't get me started. I am literally just waiting for someone to call me Robin Hood, because that's how I feel about this. Honestly, I'm not robbing the witch, clearly, but somebody needed to shake things up. And that somebody has turned out to be me. So, if you would like to find out more, I am running an event in January. It's the first time we've done this since we've been running the pilot, and it's a free essential coaching skills workshop. It's going to be on Monday, the 12th of January. And I would love for you to come along. It's for those of you who are thinking about becoming a coach. It's for those of you who are already coaching, not yet qualified. It's for those of you who are already qualified and are now thinking about going down the ICF route and can see that our pilot program is actually your most cost-effective way to do that. And it's for coaches who are qualified, credentialed, who would simply like to come along to learn some skills from a new perspective, from a new trainer, and to refresh and connect with other coaches. And this is how you can experience what being part of our program is really like. So have a look in the bio. The link is there for you, and I would love to see you there. Okay. Thank you.